Annie and I got married in 2014. We've got 4 small kids, age 8 and under.
All right. Okay, Ford, what's next?
I would say the best way to describe our life is managed chaos.
Our life is crazy, but any challenge that we face together as a team. We went to war together against addiction in our marriage.
When Annie and I were newly married, things were good, but I was also not sharing everything with Annie.
Early on in our relationship, I found out that Seth had been struggling with pornography.
Starting at a very, very young age, I had been using pornography. She said, "I'm not okay with you doing that," and I said, "Okay." But I continued to use pornography in secret for most of our dating relationship and then early on in our marriage.
Each time I found out that Seth had slipped up and looked at porn, it was heartbreaking and it made me feel very betrayed. It made me feel like I wasn't enough in our marriage.
I saw the hurt and the pain that it caused her, and yet I couldn't stop. And the shame of that and the shame of knowing that I was lying to my wife, that I was hiding everything from my wife, was crippling. Eventually, I joined a men's small group that was specifically focused on supporting people with sexual addictions and pornography addictions. I got way more serious about putting accountability software on all my devices and really pushing into just transparency, and that helped me stop using. A couple years into me being sober, there was a moment where Annie basically asked me, like, is there anything else I don't know? I launched into a conversation where I told her everything that I was terrified of her finding out about me, because I was absolutely convinced that it was going to just completely change the way that she looked at me.
Once he gave his full disclosure, it was one of the most powerful moments in the entire time that we've been together. I didn't need him to be perfect. I wanted him to be honest and open with me about it instead of me having to pull the truth out of him when I could tell there was something that he was keeping from me.
The results of that full disclosure were absolutely staggering, and it completely changed the course of our marriage.
We really felt like the Lord was leading us to marriage ministry through all of this, to be able to speak openly about what we've been through, since no one talks about this stuff. So we sought out ways to do that.
The purpose of Reengage isn't just to save marriages. We want people to have a living relationship with Jesus Christ.
Reengage is a 15-week marriage ministry for couples, and you walk through the 15 weeks together, and it just really stresses the oneness of marriage by being able to focus on yourself instead of focusing on fixing your spouse.
We've been leading Reengage for several years, and it's been really amazing to be able to model that vulnerability and authenticity through sharing our own story really openly. And it's been really amazing to see the Lord use our story in that way.
I was so impacted by all my efforts in recovery and the change that I saw in me and in my marriage that I left my corporate job and got my master's degree in clinical mental health counseling. I've been working as a private practice counselor specializing in pornography addiction, sex addiction, and marriage counseling, helping couples recover from exactly this kind of thing happening to them.
It required so much blind trust and faith in the Lord because I was not working at that point. It was just a huge financial sacrifice that we had to basically be like, you know what, Lord, if you're calling us to do this, then you're gonna work it out.
The Lord has walked with us throughout this entire process. He continues to provide for us.
I would never change a single season that he or I went through together because it led us to where we are now, where we have this intimacy in our marriage, but where more importantly, the Lord is able to use this to further his kingdom and for his glory, and that matters more than anything else to us.